I guess that I owe everyone an apology for driving up figure prices. You know, these figure brands, they watch me wheel Nikke figures every month. My Cinderella figure unboxing, 6 scale figure purchases in one single month, and they are all Nikke figures. So they thought, we have people like these who can afford so many Nikke figures in 1 month. Let's drive up the prices even further. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven with your weekly figure news fix, this time around 3rd to 8th of August 2026. And for this week, figure companies have been watching me spending money on figures every month, like big figure hauls, and they think they can get my money easily with the kinds of prices they're asking for in this week's Nikkei and FGO stuff. But no, I'm not pre-ordering early. I'm going to observe until after release and see how things go. I'm gonna gamble a bit, right? Meanwhile, for third-party figures, we have a bit less stuff compared to the genuine ones, but we still have a couple of good figures going on. And before I proceed, the sponsor of today's video, today's figure news is Superbuy. Superbuy is a proxy service for you to purchase anime figures directly from China's Taobao or any other Chinese website for the matter. You can go ahead to Taobao, search for the anime figures that you want, copy and paste the link over into their search engine, and you will be able to buy any anime figures from a Chinese seller really cheaply, sometimes below market price compared to a Japanese website. And you can always head to the Superbuy subreddit r/Superbuy to ask any questions, where they actually have a representative who will answer all of your questions. This service, this website has been around for 13, 14 years, I think. So they're extremely reliable, and I use their service myself. If you have not signed up for one, please do make use of my links down in the description below to sign up for an account today. Thanks a lot to Superbuy for sponsoring today's figure news. And now we are in Hobby Link Japan for the genuine licensed anime figures section. Starting off with the largest scale, Free is back with their giant 1/3 scale New Jersey private quarters version, 70,000 yen, February release. Yep, the trash waifu of Azur Lane. And I don't mean any insult to New Jersey as a character. In fact, I do like her quite a bit. The problem with New Jersey is that there are so many figures of her, and figure brands know she is popular. They're going to mass produce her into oblivion, which translates into bargain binning after release. Yes, there are no 1/3 scale figures of New Jersey out there. This is the only one, but I'm not optimistic about this one holding on that 70,000 yen price a few months after release. Yeah, bargain bin happens to almost every New Jersey figure I've seen so far, including the Apex Toys wedding dress one, right? I'm glad I sold that figure quickly before she bargain binned because, yes, I paid full price for that one because I really wanted to unbox that one. I was really impressed by that figure. But this is the thing, right? Many of these figures bargain bin for two reasons. Number one is excess production, like mentioned earlier. And the second problem is that if you observe the Army figure section, that is, their sales section, right? You will notice that a lot, not all, but a lot of those figures in the Army sales section, they are those that have the warning high shipping cost because of huge packaging. So this is where we need to be really careful when we pre-order figures, where it is obvious that the box is going to be huge, and this is one of them, because people sometimes they pre-order without thinking twice, and when they are being quoted about the shipping cost after release, they get spooked by it and they cancel the pre-order. And this happens so often that in the end, these figure stores, they have to discount the figure just to encourage people to purchase it, because these figures are taking up so much warehouse space. And by discounting it, indirectly, they are absorbing the shipping cost in some way so that hopefully people would buy them. Yeah. Alright, moving on to the next figure over here. Okay, we have two Nikke figures this week, going for 60,000 yen or more. The first one, we have VKN Goddess of Victory Nikke Crown Glorious Flower, 57,000 yen. Yep, including tax, that will be over 60k, right? That's the price in Army, I believe. May released 2027. No, not pre-ordering it. No, even though I'm a Nikke fan. But if there is a reason to get this figure, and a very convincing reason, it is this faceplate. Yep, it is a meme at this point, right? This faceplate is a meme at this point, but not paying 57,000 yen for it. And this being a Chinese brand, maybe cross check with OSGK and some Chinese sites if you can read Chinese, of course, and see if the price there is a bit cheaper. I actually forgot to double check the price over there, over at OSGK. So do not forget that if you want to pre-order figures, it is not just Japanese websites. Chinese ones like OSGK, you can consider checking out these Chinese brand figures over there, the genuine ones. They might have it a bit cheaper. Yes. I'm waiting until after release. I won't be writing off this figure yet. I won't be saying nope, I will never get it, but I'm choosing a wait and see approach. And the next 1x4 scale Nikke figure, Good Smile Company. Is this like their second 1x4 scale? The first one was that Hatsune Miku, like very shiny Miku figure that came out a year ago, right? And I even nominated as one of the best 1x4 scales last year. That Miku was beautiful, right? And the price on that Miku never really fell. Maintained around the same 40,000 yen plus price point. I think it even went up a bit. So will the same thing happen to this elect figure, Boom and Shock version from Goddess of Victory Nikke? 61,000 yen before tax, so that would be like 67,000 yen over in Ami Ami. Right. October release 2027. I'm also taking a very cautious approach, right? If you find the price to be too hard to swallow, not a big problem because was it Good Small Arts Shanghai or Hobby Sakura? Both have a 1x7 scale figure of this same version of Elect. Though they modified the arms or the pose slightly just to differentiate between the two brands, but it is the same exact version where Elect is in a swimsuit and a vacuum cleaner. Yes, I call that a vacuum cleaner even though I know it is a Canon. 61,000 yen? No. Even as a big fan of Nikke in general, and I really like Elec, I am not pre-ordering her at 61,000 yen. And this is the difference between Chinese and Japanese brand, you see. Though VKN earlier is not exactly that innocent either with the pricing. Let's hope they deliver on that. You look at Hobby Sakura doing 1x4 scale Nikke figures. Yep, 50,000 yen for Cinderella and Red Hood. Of course, Nayuta is going to be way more expensive, 70k I believe, because of her hair, lots of big parts. But in general, Chinese brands can do it a bit cheaper. And this is Good Smile Company, Japanese brand, Japanese prices. I guess that I owe everyone an apology for driving up figure prices. These figure brands, they watch me wheel Nikke figures every month. My Cinderella figure unboxing, 6 scale figure purchases in one single month, and they are all Nikke figures, so they thought, we have people like these who can afford so many Nikke figures in 1 month, let's drive up the prices even further. No, that's not really the case. You see, Japanese yen is weakening so badly in the past few weeks that even the US government had to step in to stop the bleeding, and they helped to push the price of the yen, the value of the yen up slightly, right? Just up slightly. If not, it would slide even further. So I think these Japanese figure brands, they watched the currency fade into oblivion and they are taking preemptive measures like increase the price in advance before they lose out on money when the yen becomes even weaker a year later. It could always happen, so they're increasing the price in advance to make up for it. That is my suspicion over here because the yen has been really unstable in the recent month or two. Anyways, 61k, no thank you, Good Smile. I'm not pre-ordering it. I'm not taking the trap over here. I would rather focus on the 1x7 scale first, and we'll see what the price on this is like after release. I don't think her price would go up even further after release. That is my prediction, at least because we have 4 or 5 options for this character by now. A year ago, all of you were asking where are the elect figures. By today, barely a year later, we have Hobby Sakura, we have Good Smile Arts Shanghai, we have Rebos, we have now the 1x4 version, and I believe more are coming from other brands. So I would take a wait and see approach, right? But moving on to the next one here. Okay, we are now in 1x6 scale territory. 1/6 scale Fantasia's series Shino Baby Bottle Deluxe Edition by Weaver Studio. Original character, 19,500 yen for the DX version, where you get an extra faceplate and a couple of bonus items. And I'm putting it on screen right now. I have no idea what is this thing. Is this like a COVID test kit or a pregnancy test kit? Yeah, that would be perfect for lolly characters, right? A pregnancy test kit. And she has nice childbearing hips. I love that. Yes, I like this character a lot. In terms of character design, we'll see. Right? I'm not pre-ordering original characters early. Moving on to the next one, we have three Azur Lane figures this week. The first one, St. Louis Hugging Pillow cover illustration version by Ami Ami. Yep, covering Ami Ami figures on HLJ. 19,000 yen, January release. Yep, this coming January, barely 5-6 months away. So this one, I don't like it that much. St. Louis, we have a couple of really good options. By Alter, by Elegant. Why would I pick this one? I'm not sure. Yeah, the big fans of this character would scoop her up, obviously, but for a filthy casual like me, especially when it comes to Azur Lane, yeah, not very attractive to me. Even with all the fan service going on over here. And it almost looks like she's scratching her balls, if anything. So I'm not sure if I like the pose at all. 19,000 yen is cheap though, by today's standards that is. Moving on to the next one here, Fat Company 1/6. Oh, nice, 1/6. Azur Lane Such Springtime Monitoring, basically just swimsuit version. 26,000 yen releasing in August 2027. This is beautiful. This is very nice. And I believe there is a second faceplate. Yep, there we go. She looks embarrassed, but at the same time, her eyes, it looked almost like something you would see in an Ahegao face, but I like this figure a lot. Fat Company has been doing pretty good work in the recent year or so, right? I had a lot of criticisms about their figures in the past. They have gotten a bit better lately. At least the sculpts are pretty convincing, but quality control on the paint, I still need to check out their figures in person, the newer releases. Moving on to the next one, we have Azur Lane Encourage Private Quarters version by Wing, 26,600 yen, releasing in March next year. Okay, I'm calling it right now, right? This is going to bargain bin by 40% minimum. Like, out of so many Encourage figures, we have the Alter one, which is cheaper, right? The one where she's lying on top of a whale inflatable, is that like 24,000 yen before tax? 24 plus if I remembered correctly. And that looks so much better than this Encourage. I feel like I'm looking at a slightly better price figure of this Encourage figure over here by Wing. And what other brands do we have? Well, the one I remember the best is the Alter one. I'm sure like brands like Apex will be making a figure of her eventually, if it is not already out. So, yes, detail level is pretty poor. Even the sculpt on the hair is not very attractive. I'm calling it, this would fall to 15,000 yen. 6 months after release, I would say avoid pre-ordering it too early. Not worth it. Next one here, alright, 1/7 scale, we have Good Smile GS Collection Nagisa from Blue Archive. 23,600 yen is actually pretty good price. Right, we have wings, we have this unique base over here in an almost floating pose. That's not a bad price at all. And I believe this comes as a pair with Misono Mika, right? Let me have a look. Yep, there we go. This price is not bad at all. And in general, you can't really go wrong with Good Smile Company, right? Of course, I would prefer their quality control from 10 or 13 years ago. Back then, they were much better. But by today, every brands have declined slightly, Alter included, because of how they mass produce their figures. They keep driving up the quantities of the figure they mass produce. And when you have a bigger production number, it means more defective copies, right? Even if maybe 0.1% of all figures manufactured are slightly defective or has QC issues, 0.1% of 20,000 figures is a higher number of defective figures compared to 0.1% of 5,000 figures, right? You get the point. So I would still get this figure if you like it. I don't know how to predict on the bargain bin part with this figure. I don't know enough about this character though. Moving on to the next one, we have a re-release of Hina. Yep, Surasaki Hina is super popular. Not surprised at all that this one is getting a re-release. Just under 20,000 yen. And yeah, school swimsuit plus Hina. Excellent combination. Pre-order it, right? If you missed out the previous release. And Flash News. I'm not sure if you guys saw it in social media. Apparently, Mercari Japan is now banning the sale of pre-owned or used school swimsuits, even though they have been washed. Kohei from Grand Blue is going to be so disappointed by it. Now you know, in case you did not. Anyways, this is a good price. I don't think you have to wait until after release discount. Yes, it happens a lot, right? When a figure gets re-released, more than often their prices won't go up anymore. There are rare exceptions, but in general, they don't go up anymore. But I would say pre-ordering this one early is a good idea. It is Hina we're talking about. Moving on to the next one, we have GS Collection. Aston Machan from Uma Musume by Good Smile, 21,600 yen, releasing in September next year. Man, every single brand are making Uma Musume figures now. Yeah, Good Smile is not as aggressive as Fat Company or Kotobukiya, Glenell, even when it comes to the frequency of announcing new Uma Musume figures, but this is very nice. You know, even though I'm no Uma Musume fan, I've always shown some interest in that Mihono Bourbon figure by Good Smile, the 1/7 scale. Not yet, the value has gone up, right? That came out like 2 years ago, and I liked that version a lot. Right, here we have another re-release of a figure that I'm not too surprised about. Hatsune Miku Shimian Maifu version. This one is very expensive in the aftermarket. At least 50,000-60,000 yen. At least that is the price the scalpers are asking for on Mercari Japan, right? 33,000 yen, 1/7 scale, releasing in July next year. Yep, if you want it, pre-order it. Like, this is beautiful. And nowadays, a lot of Miku scale figures by Good Smile, they do hold on their value or even go up after release. So there's no harm pre-ordering it early. You know, there are so many expensive figures nowadays, and we need to choose between which one to make it a higher priority by pre-ordering it early and which one to delay until after release before considering a purchase. This is one of those where you should pre-order early. Moving on to the next one. Oh, this is... You know, this past week, Honkai Star stuff, man, they are all incredible. And I already feel so sad about the 2 Nikke 1/4 skills, and we get more expensive Honkai Star figures in the same week. This is Sparksy Bonus Edition by Mietos, 33,000 yen, releasing in July next year. I need to consider pre-ordering this one. I need to consider it, right? Once again, double check with OSGK and see what the prices are like over there. Then you'll make your decision where to get it. This is beautiful. And I have always looked up to Mietos, right? In fact, I regard them to be slightly better than Apex toys even when it comes to quality control. I've pre-ordered my first Mietos figure, yeah, Arknights characters, but they are not coming out until next April or May. This one, I am very interested. I love Twin Tail Girls, man. And we are not yet done. We have Sparkle as well from Alter. Okay, so this is 26,800 yen by Alter, October release. I believe there is a special version of this, right? Oh yes, that could be a China exclusive because over in OSGK, there is this Alter Sparkle figure which comes with an acrylic case. A custom acrylic case, and the price is like 45,000 yen or something after I converted it from US dollars. It is very expensive, and I was shocked by how, Alter is making deluxe versions of anime figures which come with an acrylic case. I thought this is unusual because Alter has never done this before, and now it is beginning to make sense because that could be a China-only exclusive. So if you don't need the acrylic case, which I don't think you need it, this is all you need, 27,000 yen for a regular version of Sparkle. And Alter is a brand where we can feel a peace of mind when we pre-order it. We know it is going to be good, somewhat decent at least, if not excellent. Yeah, so the thing with acrylic cases, right, acrylic is very expensive. I mentioned this just last week, I believe. If you go and order a custom-made one for your anime figure, you know how much it costs. $50 to $80 easily, sometimes more depending on the size. So yeah, just get the standard version, right? I know that I keep telling you guys to get deluxe versions, but for Sparkle, get the standard version. There's no need to get the China exclusive one. Moving on to the next one here. Oh, there's another Azur Lane figure here. I should have grouped them together earlier. Anyways, Albion Silver Moon Fairy Princess version by Wings Incorporated. 29,000 yen, November release. Now this is a nice figure, isn't it? You compare to that Anchorage figure earlier by Wing. Now Wing and Wings Incorporated are different companies. That sad looking Anchorage figure was 26,600 yen. For less than an additional 3,000 yen, and look at the amount of details and complexity of this figure. This is why not all premium scale figures are equal. Not all figure brands are equal. And this one is a way better pre-order compared to the Anchorage earlier. This is beautiful. I love this a lot. Just that, yeah. I would love to unbox and review this. Seriously. I like this so much the more I look at it. I think it is the color gradients, the shading, which is something I'm always attracted to. The seat she's sitting on and the whole figure looks like it is almost floating. I really wish that they give us transparent acrylic base, like exactly in this picture over here. Don't change it. This would be amazing. Yeah. Moving on to the next one, we have, fifth Azur Lane figure. I feel like I've covered this before. Was it last week? Did she pre-order open last week? Bismarck formal dress version by Fovio, 22,000 yen, April release. I think I covered this last week, isn't it? HLJ must have bumped her up the front page. Yeah, they are not getting many pre-orders. Not too surprised, to be honest. This is something you can wait until after release, right? I can see this one getting discounted as well. Moving on to the next one, we have Mirai Mira, the Idolmaster Gakuen Saki Hanami. Right, 20,000 yen is reasonable. Very reasonable. Getting a chair and that base. April release next year. It is photogenic. And is this like, what's that painting? What is that painting? Is that like the same pose? No, I don't think so, right? Yeah, this is a bit, I mean, it is photogenic, but at the same time, it is a bit plain, but not complaining at this price. Moving on to the next one. Okay, we have two versions of this Symphogear X5, right? There's Symphogear. It's not 15. I don't think there are no 15 seasons, but there is definitely a season 5 of Senki Jesho Symphogear. Alright, Maria Kadenzavna Eve bikini style gloss version, 22,000 yen, releasing in January. Yep, it's coming January. So there are two versions. This is the gloss version where you get a turquoise and silver swimsuit. And there is bikini style where you get black and red. And if I had to choose, I would take the gloss version earlier because I think the turquoise bikini, it is a good combination with a pink color hair, right? This is about color theory. If you are an artist or even a photographer, you should know a bit about color theory. So pink and turquoise, they go really well together. They contrast each other really well. So they make the character or the artwork, the art piece, stand out a lot more. Just like blue and yellow or blue and orange, they always go together very well. Warm versus cold color. Going by the same logic over there, turquoise is a cold color, pink is a hot color, warm color. They go really well together. So with this one, it feels like there is too much red and the black is not really making the colors like standing out even further. I would go for the gloss version earlier given a choice. Right, and I'm surprised by Q6 making safe for work figures because they normally only make not safe for work figures. This is a good price. I wouldn't say good price. It is a reasonable price for a 1x7. Moving on to the next one, we have Q-Skill Atelier Riza 3 Vaseline Stout in wedding dress, 25,800 yen, releasing in April. Well, wedding dresses, they never get old. This is pretty much playing on the psychology of anime fans or gaming fans, whatever it is, where when you sell them a figure or an artwork of their waifu in a wedding dress, they feel additional attachment to it. They feel like they're being married to their favorite waifu or something like that, which is why this concept will never get old. Figure brands will keep putting the most popular anime and game characters in wedding dresses. It is for this reason. I never really understood about this feeling of being married to a 2D uh, character that is not real, but people feel that way. Yeah. Moving on to the next one, right? We have Luminous Box is the Order Rabbit. Gochomon wa Usagi Desuka Kokoa dress version. Oh yeah, they just put the other character on pre-order a week ago. Or was it 2 weeks ago? That blue hair girl, what's her name again? So this is almost 24,000 yen releasing in April. A bit pricey, but understandable. There are a lot of details on the dress. Not touching this series. Oh, the golden buttons, I love it. Yeah, the ribbons over here. A lot of details going on. I think the price is okay on this one. Tiny base. Oh, it is not a plain base. It looks like marble to me, the texture. There are no close-up pictures of the base over here. It looks like marble, which is not bad. Moving on to the next one. Okay, this is something I covered last week on Ami Ami. Apparently, now HLJ is offering this Aniplex figure as well. Isla from Plastic Memories, which is a surprising thing to me. Last week, I said that they tend to jump on saber figures or saber face figures. Now, this one is making its way into Hobby Link Japan, so I'm not sure what it is going on. But I think it is in Aniplex's best interest to not make their stuff feel too exclusive if they want to sell more. And that is probably the case with this character, where the anime aired like 10 years ago and the pre-order numbers can't be very high. Most people don't care. So if they make the figure a bit more widely available, hopefully they can increase the pre-order numbers even just by a bit. Moving on to the next one. Okay, we are now in low budget figure territory. The first one is Miato's Arc Knights. Yep, 1/8 scale gift plus. I can't pronounce that. Eya Fala. Eya. Okay, whatever. That is a lot of details. For an 8,000 yen figure. I mean, you compare this. Oh, come on, my internet is slow. You compare this to 1/8 scale premium figures from 15 years ago. You know, back then, premium scale figures, they were 1/8. You know, Good Smile Black Rock Shooter, for example, year 2010 and 2012. Yeah. This is actually much cheaper because 8,000 yen in year 2010 is a lot higher in value compared to 8,000 yen today in 2026. And look at the shading over here. This is premium figure level painting bought for 8,000 yen. No matter how many times I see this Mieto's Gift Plus figures, I just couldn't figure out how they are doing it. A price this low for something that's not far off premium scale figures as long you can accept the compromise of a smaller scale. The next, Mieto's Gift Plus, this one I like it a lot as well. Reverse 1999 Medicine Pocket, 8,000 yen releasing in June next year. Alright, let me bring up this close-up picture, which I need you guys to see. Look at the, is that pocket watch? No, right, not the watch. Whatever that is on her chest. And also the gun. Look at this, man. This is premium figure level quality. Insane. There is a 1/7 scale of a character from Reverse 1999 from Apex Toys. Came out of many months ago. I'm thinking of getting that one out of curiosity. I don't know. I like the character design quite a bit. This one as well. And moving on to the next one here. Desktop Real McCoy Dragon Ball 06 Son Goku and Bulma. Yep, it is a re-release, right? Mega House, 12,000 yen releasing in February. It is a tiny figure. But here's the thing with Dragon Ball stuff. They make them low budget, they make them tiny. Where are the bigger 1/7 and 1/6 scales? Not so common, right? Yeah, the third parties are taking over that segment. Next up, we have Honkai. Oh, Mieto's Gift Plus again. Man, my tabs are not very well organized today. Mieto's Gift Plus Finon from Honkai Star Rail, 8,100 yen July release. Why is this 300 yen more? Is it because this is a pretty boy that all of the female figure characters will be queuing up for him? So, no. I'm reading too much into it, right, with my conspiracy theories. I think it is this shiny blue paint. And this is how you do low budget male character figures. Like, all of you Japanese brands out there, you better be watching this. Whenever you make a scale figure of a male character, you get that boring black looking tuxedo with zero shading, with no weathering, and they look like slightly over glorified price figures for some reason. Kotobukiya is as guilty. Like many brands do that, right? Seriously, when you do male figure characters, this is how you do it, the paint work. And it is being done by Mietos at 8,000 yen. Next up, we have Mega House GM series Naruto Shippuden Hira Minato, 7,500 yen, February release. Okay, I know nothing about Naruto, right? I don't watch a single episode of it. So my question here is that who is this Minato? Is this like is this Naruto's son or something? Because no, given the timeline of the series and how long the series is this his younger brother or his son? Let me know down in the comments below because they obviously look alike. And this is a tiny figure as usual, palm size figure. The last figure here on HLJ is Gintoki from Gintama. Now this could be a good buy if you like Gintama. 8,000 yen, February release. Yep, low budget figure, kind of tiny, but we don't get many scale figures of Gintama to begin with. Now we move on to Ami for more exclusive items. And before I proceed, if you're enjoying this video so far, do not forget to click the like button and subscribe to this channel. Well, also, if you want to support this channel in any way and you are a customer over at HLJ or OSGK, do not forget to use my affiliate links down in the description below to enter these websites to pre-order or purchase stuff, right? And that is how you support content creator without paying a single cent in extra. Right, here we have Ami exclusive. Of course, it has to be 48,000 yen for this FGO Berserker Morgan Final Ascension version. I can't say I'm too surprised, because recently Ultra just released a new Jersey figure, which because of her huge jacket, she's like 54,000 yen or something, isn't it? So you tell me that this Morgan figure is 48,000 yen? I am not surprised at all. For a similar reason, her outfit requires a lot of separate parts and material to make, and that spear over there. Do I want this figure? Absolutely. I don't have a single scaled figure of Morgan yet. 48,000 yen. Guess what? I don't care about the Ami exclusive tag. No, wait until after release. Waiting until after release is not really that beneficial when it comes to FGO figures because FGO stuff tend to hold on their value pretty well. Yep, they do get discounted after release, but we're looking at 3,000 yen off maybe. So you're not saving much, right? There are Ultra FGO figures that I have been waiting for bargain bin, and by now 2 years after release, the prices are still like 10% off, 5% off. Yes, just that Nikke is making me feel poor, so I'm not picking up those figures simply because there's a limit to my budget. So going by that information where FGO stuff don't really bin that much, not a bad idea to pre-order it if you have some FOMO and you want to have the figure early. I need to consider, right? I like this a lot. What's the release date? October. Okay, October is bad timing. My October next year is still empty, right? But there are two figures that I would love to have releasing in October. First is that 1x4 scale Nikke elect figure earlier. That figure is releasing in October. Now you're telling me this is also in October. So I have 110,000 yen to deal with in a single month. I need to think things through after I'm done with today's video. Moving on to the next one. Okay, Magic Arts Sophia F. Shering Bright Edition. This is very nice. There's a black version that pre-order opened many months ago. And now they give us a white color version, which I really can't decide which is better because both look equally good. 34,600 yen is very expensive, but it is worth it. And I believe there are cast off parts, right? It is Sophia F. Shering. After all, can replace the chest if I remembered correctly. January 2027 release. One day I'm going to get myself a Sophia F. Shering figure. Just one is enough. Hopefully I don't break this promise to myself. Just one Sophia figure. Know why? Because I keep telling myself no more Marin Kitagawa figures and I ended up ordering another one. My next figure haul video, JP Fans one, you'll see it in about 2 weeks time. Moving on to the next one. Okay, I have no idea why this is so expensive. Army limited edition Limelight. Okay, 1x3.5. Somehow I ignored the scale over there. Okay, Anna Harumi 1x3.5 from Limelight Lemonade Jam. No idea what that is. 44,000 yen. Releasing October next year as well. See, all expensive stuff are coming out in October. What the heck? I have no idea why they chose to make this figure or this character in 1x3 scale, 1x3.5, it has to be something special. It has to be something very popular that people are willing to pay the kinds of money for it. Now, I do like it a lot, right? Character design wise, you see, I'm the kind of figure collector that buys figures based on whether I like what I'm looking at or not. I don't need to know the character much. I do like this a lot, but at the same time, I'm not focusing on like idol stars. I do like this figure a lot, but at the same time, I'm not collecting those idol style figures. I don't have anything against them, just that I need to be selective with what I collect. What does this remind me of? This reminds me of something. It, yeah, that yellow jacket feels like something I saw in Anis, but uh, I have no clue, man. What's so special about this character? Even Limelight Lemonade Jam, I've never heard of this title before. But moving on to the next one here, of course, this has to be an exclusive because everyone, they are simping, no, they are simping Aries right now, all the Mushoku Tensei fans. And, I have a problem with this Aries figure, but at the same time, you need to remember that I am an anime only person. I did not read the manga, so is this like 5 or 10 years into the future where Aries becomes even hotter? Because currently this looks like an even more adult version of Aries based on what I'm seeing in this figure. It does not match what I'm seeing in the anime right now, in season 3 at least. But this is Mega House we're talking about. It is a licensed figure brand, and all licensed figure brands, they follow very closely the source material, be it the manga or whatever it is. They cannot deviate too much. They need to stay loyal. Otherwise, the fans will be mad about it. So I am not going to criticize this figure in terms of the body proportions. I'm going to assume this is 5 years into the future. And if this is what Aries looks like in the future, yeah, Sylphia and Roxy would have some problems over there because finally Rudy is getting a pair of melons rather than just washboards, right? 24,750 yen. No skill mentioned, so I am going to assume it is 1/8, just like the Lakers clan figure I just reviewed. It is tiny. It is exclusive. Pre-order it if you want it, regardless of the scale. So let's have a look at the height. 27 cm. Okay, I'm wrong this time around. Alright, I'm wrong. 27 cm, even with the base included, this is 1/7. Very nice. Pre-order it, right? Okay, I'm moving on to the next one. We have GEM series Gintama Kagura exclusive reproduction edition. A re-release and they still made it an exclusive. 20,000 yen releasing in January. Like I said earlier, not many Gintama figures out there. If you want it, pre-order it, I guess. It is an exclusive after all. Next up, exclusive again, Naruto Girls Naruto Shippuden 1010. 26,000 yen releasing in January 2027. Okay, I don't know much about Naruto after all. The height of this thing, 24 cm. With that base, this is 1/8. See, this is the thing with Mega House figures. They don't give you a scale, and then the scale across their figure lineup is so inconsistent. But as long as you're buying the same product line, like Naruto Girls series, all of them will be the same size. But if you jump from one series to another, no, the size can be quite inconsistent. Next up, we have Mega House GM series, another exclusive. Naruto, Shippuden, Itachi, Uchiha, and Sasuke complete figure. This one has to be tiny. 2 figures at 17,600 yen. Yep, 15 and 11 cm. This is the childhood version or something, I think. So they're supposed to be small? I don't know. Next up, we have Orchid Seed. Not available on HLJ because it is castable. Kanon-chan illustrated by Kagori, 27,000 yen at 1/6, releasing in May 2027. Not sure if I like the colors on this one. Granted, they are just following the original artwork, right? They had to be loyal. This being under Orchid Seed, this is probably castable only the top but not the bottom. If even the bottom is also removable, then we are looking at Tuberosa Plus as the branding. Yeah. The next one here by Vision of Chill Fix series Monogatari series Bakemonogatari 6-pack box. 6 figures for 16,000 yen. Yep, Chill Fix is a bit like very low budget figures. They average 2,000 to 2,500 yen each, and you should expect only price figure level quality. But for people who want to complete collecting a set without much effort of going out to hunt the figures one by one, which is what you do for price figures, they're not a bad purchase actually. 16 cm each, that's where the problem is, however. Pop-up rate size, 1/10 scale, not a fan of thing, not my thing. Next up, okay, we have a low budget figure here by Happy Topi. This one is not yet on HLJ, not an exclusive, but in a few days, HLJ should list it, I think. So this is Corona illustration by Dish, 9900 yen after discount. So they are just removing, yep, the Japanese text. Releasing in July 2027. Well, a pair of crosses on the chest. I don't find this to be that unique. Yeah, low budget figures. Next up, this one was already pre-order open for a few months in OSGK. Now they are finally offering it. PPDF linkage incarnation Ash 1x4 scale bust figure, 7,000 yen only. October release next year. I'm not a big fan of bust figures, but this is very detailed. For 7,000 yen, not a bad purchase actually for people who love this. Are there LEDs? I don't think so, right? Can't be LEDs at this price point. Even glow in the dark would be good enough. Up next, the next two figures are from Ami's age restricted section. The first one here, Kuroba Natsukawa Secret Party, basically doing the leg stretching pose. I've seen this 69 times by now. This is by Dokimax. I believe it is a Chinese figure brand, but they make edgy figures. 1x6 scale, 23,200 yen, releasing in August next year. And this is like a very fancy black color undergarment or lingerie. I don't find this to be unique in any way, so no. Not. I mean, it is very cheap for an edgy figure. Most edgy figures today are 30,000 yen and up, right? So this is very cheap by comparison, but in exchange, you are not getting something very unique. Moving on to the last one here on Ami Native 1x7 scale Akemi Mikoto. What do they mean by new design version? Oh, okay, yeah. I think this figure came out many years ago, but in different colors. The undergarment was blue instead of red, right? Came out many years ago. Now they're calling it new design version. No wonder it felt so familiar. I feel like I've seen this figure before. So this is 27,500 yen, which is a very good price for customable figures by today. Both top and bottom are customable, and I do like this version a lot. Because you can display it as if it is a normal figure. Normal. And Native is one of the top tier edgy figure brands. So you can't go wrong with this one. Releasing in June next year, 2027. Last figure here on Ninin Game, we have two figures. Is it two or just one figure on Ninin Game this week? When it comes to scaled figures from Beeful or Inside of Forts Japan, we have, Toilet Minekawa-san 1x5 scale. There are two face plates, of course, one with her face visible and mouth open. 23,300 yen after a small discount. Not July, February 2027 release. So yeah, this is all I can show as usual. That's all for genuine licensed anime figures. Now let's move on to third parties. And we are now in OSGK, which is also a partner of this channel, just like Hobby Link Japan. Now the first section here, we only have one chibi figure, RX Studio Fun from So No Free Run. There are a few versions over here. Let's have a look. Okay, white hoodie is not that nice. Round face. Dizzy face. What do you mean by dizzy face? Okay. I think this is nicer. I would go for the yellow, right? Not yellow, beige color or sand color, sand beige. Yeah, I think sand beige is better, but both faceplates are good. I'm not sure how to choose. I'm not sure how to choose this one. Both faceplates are good. Releasing, no release date yet. $120 each. What's the height? 19 cm. That's pretty big. That's double the height. Nearly double the height of Nandroids, but that is including the base, of course. Right, moving on to the next one, we are now in anime and manga character section. Vermouth Detective Conan from Flash Studio, $176 releasing. Okay, no release date again. I really hate this so much. Why is this a common practice? Alright, it is Detective Conan, classic anime character designs. I don't think anything would go wrong with this one. Next up, we have Android 18 Dragon Ball. So now they can use the word Dragon Ball and Android 18 again. I thought they were supposed to censor it. We're at MT Studio, and this is really good value. 1x6 scale is going for $176, 28 cm. 1x4 scale, $282 only, 42 cm including the base. Yep, so without the base, there will be 40 cm standard height for 1x4 scale. And this is obviously not her outfit. Classic. Right? They are following the anime. They are not doing the realistic face nonsense. Not bad. Moving on to the next one here, we have Memory Studio Kurenai Yuhi from Naruto. $158. There are two versions. Version A, version B. What's the difference? Oh, the base. Is it the base? There is a slight difference. Is it the eyes or the face expression is slightly different? Is it version A? Let's go. Let's go for version B. Uh, Wait, is the face slightly different? I think it is slightly different. It is slightly different, but the difference is so subtle that I could barely tell. Version A is nicer. Right, moving on to the next one, we have MM Studio Kneeling Pose Hinata Hyuga from Naruto. There's a leather suit version on the left and the lingerie version on the right, which is like a cheap attempt or a low effort attempt to sell you fan service. Leather suit version all day, man. Leather suit version is so much nicer. The normal one on the left is way nicer. $199. You need to get that version. And there is no need to get both. Yeah, face looks good, no problems over here. Moving up next, we have Summer Studio Terume Mei from Naruto swimsuit version. $168, 1/6. No release date again. Okay, shading is a bit lacking on the hair. It is like plain brown. Not liking it that much. And even the bikini also looks a bit plain. Uh, Moving on to the next one, we have Miwu Studio Shinobu Kocho and Wine from Demon Slayer. Okay, $136 each. Alright. What is up with school uniform versions of these two characters lately? Oh, the texture on the school uniform is nice. I wish that genuine brands would do this. It is definitely possible to do it on PVC figures. We see Taito do it, right? With their price figures, the core full series, this texture over here. Moving on to the next one, we have, okay, they give us an artwork like this, they expect people to pre-order it. Artificial Human Studio Ayanami Ray Lily from Evangelion, $244 at 1/6. No release date yet. Like, what is this, man? I can't recommend it. Seriously. Next up, we have Reze from Chainsaw Man by Hera Studio. And when you see the name Hera Studio, you know it is a good buy. So version A, wet look version, which is the one you should get. Face looks good. And version B is just plain white bikini, nothing special. And there is no need to get both, of course. So if you go for the wet look version, version A only $248, which is, alright, it is reasonable. Low resolution pictures. And here they already, yeah, the wet look version is so much nicer. See how they paint it? Some skin is showing through together with an undergarment. This is so much nicer. Yep. Right, moving on to the next one, we have Modomodo Studio Marine Kitagawa. Okay, they are showing us a CGI, but at least when you show us a CGI, we know that you were sculpting it. You did not steal it from some GK sculptor in Japan. And this is a Christmas version. As you can see, no price or release date yet. And this is supposedly a 1/4 scale. Next up, we have Albedo from Overlord by Sakura Core Studio. Early but so no price or release date yet. 1/4 scale. Realistic face and the picture is blurry. Come on, man. The camera is focusing on the wings, so the face is out of focus. I'm not sure if they are doing it intentionally. Thank you for the anime face, but this is a bit weird. This is too cute for Albedo. Albedo is supposed to look a bit more threatening, a bit fiercer, right? I mentioned this in my DMM Factory Albedo figure review just a couple of days ago. I don't think this is supposed to be out of focus. This is really a amateur mistake from the photographer. Right, moving on to the next one, what do we have here? Alright, this is surprising. Groove Tepes from Seraph of the End. Owari no Seraph, I believe there are 2 seasons. I watched it so long ago. I loved that anime and I want more of it. If you haven't watched it yet, Owari no Seraph, yeah, go and watch it. And we get that Sawano Hiroyuki goodness with the theme songs. Huiman Studio, $263 at 1/6, releasing in June. The face is funny. That's where the problem is. I don't think I can recommend it. Like, I welcome figures of this character or from this anime, but the face is very funny over here. Okay, we have an actual product. Okay, this looks better. Is it a viewing angle problem? This looks better, but something still feels a bit off. I really like the color shading. The gradient is very nice. And even the black outfit. Yeah, she's a vampire, by the way. Uh, this looks a bit better. I think it could be a viewing angle problem. This could be one of those figures where you can only look at her from a specific angle. Once you turn the figure around, the nose or the mouth starts looking a bit off. Yeah, from this picture at least, the nose and mouth is a bit off. But in the sample they showed, the one they are painting, it looked way better. This picture over here. Right, moving on to the next figure, we have Your Forger from Spy Family by PA Create Studio. People actually still care about Your Forger in 2026, alright? Two versions over here, the difference is only the face expression, and yeah, I would take the tongue out face expression given a choice, but realistic face, that's all you get, no anime face. 1x4 scale, June release, $330, which is a good price for 1x4. And PA Create Studio, they have been a bit inconsistent in the past. They had major QC issues, but when they don't, the figures turn out excellent. So hopefully they have learned from the lessons, right? Was it the same brand, the exploding albedo figure, which I even made a separate video on it? I think it was the same brand, but at the same time, that is from 2 years ago. I don't think we need to bring that up again. Moving on to the next one. This is a very nice figure of Yumeko Jabami from Kakegurui by MBB Studio. $244 at 1x6, releasing in December. Okay, so this is one of those situations where, you know, we get a mix of realistic and anime style. The eyes are all anime style, the nose and mouth is leaning towards realistic, and this is a very good job. Like, including the base over here, the gambling desk, that's what I call it. This is almost as good as the genuine figures, at least for the face expression. I like this a lot. This could be a good pre-order. Hopefully they don't screw up the face though. The yandere face is spot on. I love this a lot. But moving on to the next one, we have Guna figure from Murdoch Studio again. So we have Reze and Makima doing a workout in the gym. Two figures plus the gym equipment for $452 is actually not bad at 1x6 scale, releasing in September next year. And unfortunately, I couldn't show much, but yeah, they're working out in the gym, except it is some other kind of workout. Yeah, so go and check out the pictures on your own. Moving on to the next one, we have QAQ Studio Hoshino Classmate Twin Tail Girl Original. Is this really an original character? You know, I put this in the VTuber character section instead of the anime manga section because I feel like this is the same exact figure as that Shigure Ui figure from a week or 2 weeks ago. Same exact pose, but Shigure Ui was facing the right. This one is facing the left. So it feels like they are meant to be a set or a pair. This is $158. No scale mentioned, but the height is like 26 cm, so this is 1x6, right? Is it 26? Oh no, bigger than that, 34 cm. Okay, this is close to 1x4. 34 cm in this pose, and only $158. No release date yet though. There's something I don't know over here. I don't think this is an original character. I don't think it is. Next up, we have Hatsune Miku by ACGN02 Studio. So you get GK recast and overpricing at 1x7 scale, nothing new over here. $347 at 1x7, September release. I know this is a lot of details, this is very hard to paint, but 1x7 scale for $350 is insane. Even though this is a beautiful figure. And this is also a figure where I think a genuine figure brand like Good Smile should buy the sculpt, license it, and mass produce it, right? So someone did ask me in my Discord server that, was it Weebos where they released a figure that is the same thing as a GK? So a licensed figure brand is buying GKs to make mass-produced copies that are licensed? Is that really a thing? Yes, it is. In fact, it is way more common than you think, and a lot of Amakuni and also Kyos FGO figures from many years ago, like the Rider L Tria Amakuni figure that I have. I reviewed on it on this channel many years ago. That is actually a GK, a Japanese GK, which they bought the license and mass produce it. And there are many other examples out there. So it is actually common practice. Moving on to the next one, we are now in game characters section. Tofo Figure Studio Mio Takamiya from Dead Alive, $528. Other scale, December release. So the height is 43 cm. This is 1 by 6, I think. Right, you deduct this part and the base 1 by 6. Okay, are there any genuine characters of this? No, genuine figures of this character. I don't think so, right? I could be wrong, but I don't recall any. I think this is a recast. This is a recast. I don't think this is their own sculpt. I can kind of tell, right? What is the scale? No scale mentioned, right? Yep, no scale. The sculpting over here looks like it is done by a Japanese sculptor, not a Chinese sculptor. At least that is the hunch I have. And Tofo Figure Studio, they do have a history of recasting figures in the past. Next up, Mio Idelfeld from Prisma earlier. So Hadaka Loli, they couldn't show much. GC Studio. $234 smiling and tongue out version. Of course, we take the Ahegao face version. June release. So this is all we have. Right, next up. You can always search for the pictures online, though I'm not sure how the Google safety search features happen. It could be hard to find the full picture of the figure, but you can always check out OzGK's own X account, their own Twitter. They could have posted the full picture of the figure. Next up, we have Praman Studio Airreef from Final Fantasy VII. Very expensive. Deluxe version is $1,600. Regular version is only $200 less. So you go for the DX version and get all the parts, right? Let's have a look. I don't like Airreef that much. Like, ask me to choose between Tifa and Airreef, I will take Tifa all day. I guess I'm a filthy casual, isn't it? Okay, this should show up in HLJ a week or two later. $1,600. Right, moving on to the next one. Right, we have 3 or 4 Azur Lane figures here. The first one is by GAK Studio, Ulrich von Hatten. At least this is... No, this is 1 by 7. I thought it is 1 by 4. 1 by 7 is a hard sell because we have the Alter one, we have the Any Game one. Both are excellent. Why would I choose this unless I love JKs, of course, which I do. This is the coat version and swimsuit version. Both are nice, but I would take... I mean, this is fan service, but I would take the coat version. Looks more detailed. $244 each or $442. $442 for both June release. Face looks good, but yeah, I would stick to the genuine ones at this point. Especially when they are 1 by 7, man. Moving on to the next one. Oh, another Gunnar figure. We have Morgador from Azur Lane with tentacles by Fei Sheng Studio. $180 at 1 by 6. Good price. Black bikini, swimsuit, nothing much. Just that the pose is too cultured. December release. So recently we have the one by Good Smile, isn't it? The nurse version just a week ago. Both are equally cultured. So maybe get the Good Smile one. This is not bad, just that does not feel unique enough compared to what the genuine brands are offering other than the 1 by 6 scale. And it is not like this is customable, it is not. The next one here, we have Lolicool Studio Chang Feng from Azur Lane, $196. There are 2 versions, let me guess, stockings and barrel leg. Am I correct? I have not gone through the pictures here yet, you know. My first time reacting to all this. So this is $196. Oh, different face expression. I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, I remember it now. I posted it on social media, but even I myself have forgotten it. Now, this is tough because both are good. I think I prefer this a bit more. Yeah, I mean, smiling faces are common, isn't it? Among anime figures, I like this version B a bit more. Right, Lolicool Studio, if you want their stuff, pre-order it. Their stuff sells so well that even the Chinese brands try to bootleg their figures. Yeah. March release. Next up, we have Yu Jai Wenxing Studio is back, 1x3 scale silicone dolls. We have Tai Ho white wedding dress version from Azur Lane. I'm not showing you guys much, but there is a second version with Ahe Gao face. Yeah, for $424. The price is not that different. If you get the standard version, then it is $347. Okay, $70 of difference. Not 70, $90 of difference for an extra faceplate, but get everything right. It is an action figure, so you need all the accessories you can get your hands on, and of course, this being a doll, it means you can cast it off, right? Next up, we have my favorite third-party figures this week, Meng Yasheng Studio. I can vouch for this brand, right? If you like their stuff. Pirate Mitra from Xenoblade, $455 a set at 1x6 scale, December release. Okay, you know, these two Pyra and Mitra figures, they are some of the best looking figures of these two characters from a third party I've ever seen. I've seen so many 1x4s and 1x6s. You get all the weird body proportions where their chest and their hips got an upgrade, and you get these two over here, which are fairly normal looking. These two can really compete with what Good Smile has released before in the past. They look really good. So this is the main feature, the main highlight this week in my opinion. Very good figures. $455 for two figures. So this is about, how much is that? $230 each, is it? Yep, close to 230 each, which is not bad at all. Next up, we have Liu Li Studio Aya Shame Maru from Toho, $265, 1x6 September release. Okay, so this one, even though it is a 1x6, I have a hunch that this is also a stolen sculpt, a recast. It looks like something sculpted by Japanese once again. Of course, this is also blind accusation coming from me, but I've seen so many figures, man, over my 16 years of collecting. Yeah, not touching the whole stuff. Next up, we have three Nikke figures. The first one here is Rapi from ACGN02 Studio. $365, 1x6 scale, September release. So please tell me this is not a recast. It could be. It could be, right? It is ACGN02 Studio after all. They are known for doing that. But they do a really good job at recasting, that's the thing. And this is what the face looks like. Alright, looks good. Right, moving on to the next one. I want it. Cinderella in bikini, white bikini from Nikke by BM Studio. $246 only at 1x6 scale. With those weapon parts, those shield bits behind her, that is a great price. No release date yet though, and the face looks very good. So this is also one of the main highlights this week, maybe top 3. I still deem that Xenoblade figure earlier a lot better than this one. Yeah, I like this Cinderella a lot. The next one here, we have a Guna version of Cinderella and also Marciana by Crown Studio. So you get both for $469. Yes, I want it, but I can't review it anywhere here on YouTube. 1x6 scale releasing in June next year, so I couldn't show much on YouTube for obvious reasons. Go and check out these two yourself, right? I think Marciana looks even better. Next up, we have ECY Studio Varesa from Genshin Impact in micro bikini, so I had to cover it up. $84. This is PVC. PVC, not resin, right? 1x6 scale releasing in December. Okay, so this one, ECY Studio, I've never seen this brand before, but the Chinese name caught my attention. Yuan, ECY, so ERCIYUAN, right? So this store, Yuan, I buy from them very regularly on Taobao. They have their own store in Taobao. So this is a bit like H-Boy or Ami coming up with their own anime figures, but they're actually outsourced to some figure brand out there behind the scenes to mass produce it. This is likely what to be happening over here. I would love to review this thing, unbox this thing, but you know YouTube will not like it as usual. Because it is so cheap, $84. Why not? And my next figure haul video, which is coming late August or maybe sometime in September. I don't think I have a slot in August. I also purchased something from this store. Yeah. I won't reveal what it is yet, of course. I'll wait until the video comes out, right? Face on this Varesa looks good. And if a figure store is going out their way to put their branding on a figure, they better be good. Otherwise, they are just, affecting their own reputations when the figure does come out and people don't like it. Moving on to the next one. This is very nice. Hui Gunyang Studio, Hui Gunyang, Columbina from Genshin Impact. $265 at 1x6, releasing in March. Now, I'm not a fan of closed eyes figures in general, but this one I don't mind it at all. This is beautiful. Oh. Alright, I think this figure rounds up the top 3 best figure this week. The 2 Xenoblade figures, Cinderella Bikini earlier, and this one. This Columbina is beautiful. I think this is the prettiest Columbina figure yet so far, be it genuine or third party. Very nice work. $265 at 1x6, releasing in March. Next up, Furina from Genshin Impact by ECY Studio. Oh, Urchigen as well. Okay, this one Okay, maybe I won't get Varisa because I can't even review it on YouTube. But this one, I'll give it a bit of a thought. But this is so expensive, $199. Okay, it is not expensive actually, because when you get the not safe for version, you're getting 2 entire figures. The second one is completely Hadaka. So I find this to be surprising that a Chinese figure store is making edgy figures. And this is unlicensed. Yeah, of course it is unlicensed. If it is, they cannot do the 18 plus stuff. Alright. The face looks good. That's why I'm interested, right? December release. We'll see. Alright. Moving on to the next one. We have Ganyu and Shenhe by Hakimi Studio. $525 a set, or you can get each for $282. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I don't like figure brands taking pre-orders based on CGI renders, but at the same time, this is Hakimi Studio, which is one of the brands where I would tell you to go out and smash the pre-order button, because they release bangers over bangers. Every single figure that they have released up to date, they turned out amazing. Yes, so I have no trouble recommending this brand at all. And in this case, even though this may be CGI renders, I think they are, I have no problems recommending them. Yeah. Moving on to the next one. Okay, this is very nice. Summer Club Studio Yae Sakura from Honkai Impact. $347 at 1x4. 1x7 is going for, how much is it? Okay, the price is not loading. I believe it is like $176 or something, if I remembered correctly. And there is a not safe for work version, but that is available only for the 1x4, I think. Or no, not safe for work version is not yet available, or maybe only for the unpainted one. So this Yae, face is spot on, beautiful. Yae Miko, Yae Sakura, same thing. Difference is the bunny ears, right? Moving on to the next one. Here we have something that looks like AI, but it is pretty. Lunaria Studio Firefly from Honkai Star Rail, $198, 1x6 scale, December release. Yeah, it is so perfect after all. Oh, the sailor uniform and the color gradients here. Okay, this might be a photograph, not AI. Of course, they could have used AI to enhance it further, but this does look like an actual photograph to me. Yep, this is a photograph. You look at the imperfections on the hair over here. Yeah, this is a photograph, because AI would be a lot more perfect than this. You see? Even the prototypes has issues. Look at the paint over here. This is not good, right? This is not very nice. So they need to fix this. I know that it is a prototype, and the final released product could be better. And a lot of prototypes have issues like this, actually. That could be partly why a lot of genuine figure brands, licensed figure brands, when these figure stores like Ami, they publish these figure pictures, they publish very low resolution, because if you publish high res like this, then all of the flaws will show up for sure. Yes, I have photographed prototypes for figure brands before, that's why I know. And it was a big pain in the butt. Sometimes the parts keep falling off because the parts are not fitting well, they are way too loose. Moving on to the next one here, we have Miwu Studio again, Sparkle and Sparksy, Honkai Star Rail, $286 for a set. Now that is a great deal. No release date yet. So this is Sparkle. Face is beautiful, spot on, and Sparksy. Oh, I want it. Well, I'll get the Mietos one first, right? I'll get the Mietos one, but these two are very nice. If there's one mistake, I'm not sure if I can call it a mistake, is that they need to be mirror images. Like, Sparkle is no her hip is to the right, right? The way she bends her hip to the right. So Sparksy maybe do it the other way, the other direction, so that they are like a pair of twin sisters instead of two figures in the same exact pose. But the reason why they're doing this is because they save money, right? If you do two separate poses like mirror images, you're making the mold or making the 3D models for two separate figures. But if they do the same exact one, they just have to mass produce twice as many and paint the hair and the face differently. It is a cost saving measure, but I'm not sure if that is a good idea. If they make them more like a pair of twin sisters with poses that complement each other, that would be perfect. But Miwu Studio as a brand, I don't have any issues with them based on what they have released so far. Moving on to the next one, early bird pre-order Asuna and Karin from Ling US Studio in Sauna. And yep, Hadaka, so I couldn't show much. Vanilla and chocolate. No price yet. Like the price is not yet confirmed, so I couldn't say much. March release, $27 for both. I think it is a bit pricey. Maybe the final price is not that high. Up next, we have Sukatsuki Rio from Blue Archive by BBSD Studio. Looks completely normal from the front, but the rear view, the back view, I couldn't show anything. It's completely exposed. This reminds me of the meme where, nicely dressed from the front, but the back is just undergarments or hadaka. There's a meme online on a man wearing exactly that. I think this is based off that meme, but I don't like the face on this Rio figure. Don't like it that much. Moving on to the next one here, we have Onikata Kayoko from Blue Archive by FWS Studio, $311 with cast-off parts, more like two entire figures. So yeah, this is cast-offable. When you see FWS Studio, you know that it is cast-offable. 1x6 scale, March release 2027. And the important part, which is the face, it looks good. Right here. Right? Face looks pretty good. So yes, I know, the outfit and the rest of the figure is a bit plain, but Blue Archive figures, they're all like that. So it does make the figure feel a tad bit expensive. Alright, I am not scrolling through because they do have Hadaka pictures of her. I'm not scrolling through the pictures. Next up, we have Chisa from Wuwa. Yao Meng Studio, which is also a brand that I can recommend. $196 releasing in March. Right, looking very good, right? But this is just an ordinary swimsuit figure in the end. Water effect looks really nice. Like whenever you make water effect using resin, they tend to look really good, better than PVC figures in general. And moving on to the last two figures here, I believe they pre-order opened late last Friday or early last Saturday. I can't remember anymore. And I feel like I've covered this Dawn Studio Remu Dan from Zender's Zone Zero before. Did I cover it last week? I can't remember it anymore. There is a black and white version of this figure over here. Face looks good. $225 each at 1x6, releasing in March. And here is another Ramil Dan, which I prefer a lot more for obvious reasons. I don't care about showing more skin. I just want more details. So Unseen Studio, Ramil Dan. There is a main version over here, which is the only one I would care about, $282, right? And there is a swimsuit version, which, skip it. And you can get both for $424, 1x6 scale, December release. So the face on this Ramil Dan looks just as good as the previous one. Nothing wrong over here. Hopefully that is what we get after release. So that would be all for figures on pre-order this week. Which one will you get? Which one will you pre-order it early, or will you wait until after release? Let me know down in the comments below. This is one very expensive week for sure. So until then, do not forget to like and subscribe. If you watch all the way to the end, I really do appreciate it. And until then, I will see you guys in a few days with more figure reviews. Goodbye.